Thank you for your time. My name is Mayfield. Normally, I do not present as quickly as I will during this presentation, but to try to keep this presentation short, I'm going to be moving pretty quick. I've read and personally found that great presentations must inspire the audience, and the audience must believe in your message. Hopefully at the end of my presentation, you'll feel that way. Normally, this is where I would give you a roadmap of my presentation, but in this case, it's quite simple. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, how I can apply my experience at your company, and finally, I'll briefly restate what I've just presented. I have over 20 years of selling experience. This experience includes leadership skills. There is so much more to being a great leader than just having people who work for you follow your instructions, because they have to follow your instruction. A leader should inspire. People should want to follow you, and this is one of the keys of being a great leader. Communication skills allow me to find out what the customer really needs and better align my solution to meet their needs. Communication is another key element of being a good leader. Selling is about negotiation. You have a product or service that you're going to provide in exchange for money. You need to convince your customer that your product or service has greater value or equal value than the money you're asking for. At my current job, I usually present 2 to 3 times a week. These presentations can consist of product demonstration, better selling techniques, or even product training. A diverse background. As you can see from my resume, I have designed automotive equipment to improve automation in manufacturing, to even engineer software that can impact your data network. I have a very diverse background. In any of my positions, I've been able to adapt and become successful. I've held multiple titles. This allows me to put myself in the shoes of the people I'm actually talking with. I understand what the CEO wants. He does not care about the minimum server requirements like the IT manager might. The CEO wants to know how quickly is this product going to provide a positive impact in his environment. Responsibility and accountability. I think the world would be a much better place if we were more responsible and accountable for our actions. In everything I do, from leading the team to selling to a customer, I remember this point. When you're passionate and love the work you do a better job. People can see when someone is passionate. Passion is contagious. So when leading the team will also become passionate and do a better job. This leads to my next point. To be the best. If you set your goals high and passionate about achieving your goals, you can't help but become a better person. The quest to learn is a desire which will help you attain your goals. Continually learning is so very important to excelling. For example, learning and looking at market trends allows you to better prepare for today and help you predict the future. As long as I can remember, I've always been competitive. I believe this is a very healthy trait. No matter how well you do, you always want to do better. When leading a team and instilling competition also helps everyone be successful, thus helping the company. Technologies always seem to click to me. I'm able to find a correlation between components. This ability that allows me to look at a very complicated project, be it from industrial equipment to group dynamics. I'm able to quickly dissect items into smaller components so I'm not overwhelmed. Now looking at each smaller section, I'm able to provide improvement to each part and then put everything back together for a much better total solution. This can apply to inner office personnel to, like I said, improving manufacturing. Relationships. Building quality relationships is one of the most important skills a person needs to be successful both in his professional life and personal life. I know I'm not telling you anything new, and just saying that you can build a relationship is one thing, but doing it is another. In today's market, when most products or services are not one of a kind, people buy from people they can trust. This is what's going to differentiate you from your competition. As with managing others, you need to build quality relationships. Integrity. Do what you say you're going to do. Do not compromise your values or the company's values just to get ahead. You might get ahead once or twice, but eventually it will catch up with you. And personally, I cannot live with myself without integrity. Trust is another key to any great relationship. Hopefully by listening to me, you see I have confidence. When leading or selling, you need to project confidence. I can guarantee you that a potential customer is not going to buy from someone who does not have confidence in their product. Same in leadership. People will not follow leaders who do not have confidence. Confidence is similar to passion that I mentioned earlier, because both are contagious. You want a team that is confident, so everybody will succeed. Sometimes people mistake confidence for arrogance, and that is a trait that I do not strive for. I am not an arrogant person. I am confident, though. Moving ahead, what I can do for you. Make your company profitable. Isn't that the name of the game? You made an investment in me, be it time, training, commitments, or money, just to name a few. A new hire is similar to a stock. Do you hope it'll be a good investment? The shorter the time, the better. I've mentioned about being technologically acute, and so how is this good for you? I can learn your products and service quickly so I can be profitable to your company sooner. I do not require a lot of management's time. This allows my manager to work on other priorities. Once I understand the manager's objectives, I will go proceed forward and I'll obtain these objectives. When I lead a team, I find that some of my members are just the opposite. They thrive on having the manager encourage them and support them, while others want to be left alone and to do their job. Again, knowing this is about communication and communicating with your team. Very important. I previously talked about building relationships. I've maintained these relationships throughout my career. For an example, when I used to support SBC, formerly now AT&T, I sent out a mass email to about 250 people. Of the 250 people, I got 172 replies back telling me, thanking me for my time and wishing me well within my company. Again, they didn't have to do this, but they did because of the relationships that we built. You can be the best cold caller or presenter in the entire company, but if you do not follow through to the end, you will never obtain the actual rewards. Even after you made the sale, it's very important to maintain a good relationship with your customer. It's a lot easier selling to a happy customer or an existing customer than selling to an unhappy customer. Who knows, this customer might change jobs and move into a larger opportunity for you in the future. This leads to another topic, marketing strategies. Finding new or old ways to obtain customers. I've implemented many successful campaigns, but due to the lack of the time of this presentation, I can only mention one. It is one that a lot of companies forget about. How often have you gone back and looked at your old customers 3 to 4 to 5 years ago and see what they're doing now? They're a wealth of knowledge. You can call them, you can learn about your competition. Maybe they left you for your competition. Or maybe they can tell you how well your company is respected. Or you're going to probably have meet new contacts. Find out where your old contacts went. And again, there's going to be potential at this new company where hopefully you have a happy relationship and you'll be able to call on your contact at a new company. Continuing on to what I can do for you. I can easily integrate into a team or create new teams. Having strong teams or department is a major key to any successful business. One person cannot be an expert on doing everything, and understanding how to manage a team is very important. By the way, there's some great information in one of the books that I have listed on my website by Napoleon Hill, and I personally like his original writings. It talks about managing teams. There's several chapters on that. To be the expert to help you in consultative style selling, again, you need to differentiate yourself from the competition in order to be successful. We all know what consultative selling is. It's understanding what the customer needs are and showing them how your product meets their needs, as opposed to trying to make the customer's needs fit your product's features or benefits. But how often do we practice consultative selling? It needs to be done all the time. I do not want to be a job hopper. I want to be with a company for a long time. This is both beneficial to you and me. Mentorship. I admit I am getting older, and with age comes experience and wisdom. And like the quote says, a smart man learns from his mistakes, while a wise man learns from others' mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I've learned from them. So I believe it's helped me, which will thus help you in your company. On my first line, I discussed what makes a good presentation. It must inspire, and it must be believable. I hope I've achieved these goals, and thus allowing me to learn more about your company and you learn more about me. We want to make sure that we are a good fit, because time is money, and neither one of us have a lot of time to put forward and to be wasted. Above is a small overview of what I've just presented, and by the way, here's a presentation tip. Don't make your last screen a question and answer slide. You want your last slide to review your main points. Most people will only remember what the last thing they saw. Again, thank you for your time, and I look forward to talking to you soon.